I thought it would be helpful for me to come on here and talk about some stuff that was on my brain. Hello everyone. A lot of people are this year with the stuff that's been going on. Maybe you can, feel the feels that I'm feeling. I don't know. But, so I'm doing better. For some of you who don't know, I had a stroke December. It was on Christmas Day in 2019. I had a few strokes from my chiropractor. And so I've been dealing with the recovery process of all of that, and also what all of you have been dealing with, COVID and all of these historical things that have been happening in the world. It's just been a lot. So I wanted to come on here and talk, because I think it would be healthy for me to just get it out and not have a mental breakdown. Hello everybody. So basically, I've been struggling with the fact that I'm in an apartment. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I don't have any income. So I was on short-term disability for the 6 months, and when that was up, I applied for the long-term disability, and I just got the letters back today that I was denied. Now I'm hoping that is because of the fact that they didn't get certain documents from my doctor. I'm really not trying to go in a dark place in my mind, but I'm panicking a little bit. Obviously my boyfriend or my parents, they would help me if I really need it, but I've always been the kind of person who just wants to do it myself. And I don't know if some of you feel like this, but it's easy for me to feel like a failure if I'm not bringing in some sort of income, especially with a daughter. Maybe if it was just me, I wouldn't feel as horrible, but I don't know. I just don't like this. I don't like that, before the stroke happened, my life was already flipped upside down. Then I had the stroke. Then I had rehab. Now I'm not getting paid. I got this apartment. I haven't even been in here for a year. It's been a lot. And then I was hard on myself today when I found out. I'm like, am I just being a baby about my recovery process? Should I try to go back to work? And I was just overthinking, yes, there are people that have had strokes who had it way worse than I did. Can't remember things, can't even speak. But I am valid for having these upset feelings about my stroke. I have to at least give myself that, this was not only physical, but it's very emotional process. I have to get through this. I have to cope with stuff. I am valid for having the feelings of being overwhelmed and, my life being flipped upside down with all of these things that I was not prepared for. And I don't know, I just felt like I was really getting hard on myself today and just tearing myself apart, and that's not fair. I don't know. I was just, I guess, having a panic attack, and back to, last October when I was moving out of my house and breaking up with my boyfriend of 10 years and breaking apart our family and selling all my stuff. it was a bad time in my life. And even though I have a great boyfriend now and things are different, I feel like I'm back where I was. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to move out of this apartment. I'm gonna have to sell all my stuff again for more money. And it took me back to that dark place. And that was a lot, you know, for me to go through right now. It's just like, I don't know. So my insurance offered a behavioral coach, which has been pretty cool. And she's, you know, gonna hook me up with a psychiatrist or something, because I really should talk to somebody about all this trauma that I've been through, because I haven't dealt with a lot of shit, and I feel like I talk about it, but I don't like to burden people with my problems and thoughts. And, you know, like, I'm in a much better relationship as far as like communication goes and everything, but I still feel like I'm not willingly going to talk to people about it, because I don't like to upset people. Like, I don't want to upset people with like my stress, but that's not good for me because I bottle it up. But I am getting better. Like, my right arm and my right leg are getting better, but I feel like with my hand and my fingertips, the more I try to use them, like writing or just anything, even makeup, like trying to apply my makeup with my right hand, which was my dominant hand, it like really tires me out. It's very fucking exhausting, and like, it's only been what, 7-8 months. Like, yes, it's a lot of time, but for somebody recovering from a stroke, it's really not, you know, from the research I've done. And I feel like I'm just too fucking hard on myself, like, because I have so much going on that you know, I feel like I just don't have time for this, because my life, there was so much I already wanted to figure out, and I was going through a lot, so many changes, and then this happened. But the way I saw it was, maybe it was somebody telling me I have to slow down, and like, I don't know, this has definitely taught me a lot, but it's been stressful as hell, because I don't know if the fatigue I'm feeling and the limited hand and finger movements and the slow walking is enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm disabled and I need help. Like, the feeling, the thought of going back to work severely overwhelms me. I don't know if I can handle all the multitasking and the math, and there's so many things. Like, I don't know if my brain is ready to handle it all right now, because literally just trying to write my name is the most fucking exhausting thing in the world. Like, just trying to fill out papers is the most exhausting thing in the world, and I can't imagine having to do something with this hand for 8 hours a day. I don't know. Today I was just really hard on myself. I was just like, am I being a big baby? Like, should I try? Like, but then there's a part of me is like, girl, you know you're not ready. You know you're not ready. Like, just trying to take care of myself and my daughter and like do stuff at home is a lot. I can't imagine doing that and going to work. Like, I don't know. It's just like a lot on my mind, and I can't tell if I'm just being a huge baby or I'm being way too fucking hard on myself, and I need to relax and try again. Try the long-term disability again. Like, maybe they were just missing information that'll really help me. Apparently my neurologist, you need to keep on fucking top of him to fax anything, which is frustrating, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know. It's been a lot, and I'm not trying to like have a pity party or like cry about it, but it's just reading those letters today really fucking sucked. And I feel like I lost a huge part of myself, because a way I would cope with like stress and anxiety is through art, and I can't do that. I can't paint right now or draw right now or even like do my makeup really cool right now, because I just don't have the energy, and I don't have the patience to grip a pen that keeps slipping out of my fingers, because I can't do it, and it frustrates the fuck out of me. And like, it's easy for people, I've heard it so many times, like, oh, just practice, oh, it'll go, it's fine, it's, oh, do this, and everybody's a fucking doctor, and do this, or you should do this. It's like, I try, I know I have to practice, I know I have to do this, but like, as a person that's, you know, art has meant so much to me, and I know in my brain what I want to do or what I want to put on the paper, but as soon as my fingers can't do what I fucking want them to do, I just get frustrated as hell. And that's that. Like, and then I get tired as hell because I'm frustrated, and my brain is trying to send signals to my hand of what I want it to do. It's like, you know, the way my physical and occupational therapist explained it to me was, it's like a baby learning all over again. Like, learning, the brain is trying to figure out what's going on and sending signals to the body, what it wants it to do. But it's frustrating as fuck when you're a grown woman and you know you've done this shit before, you know, like, and, you know, if you've been on my Instagram a while, you know how much I loved art and makeup and dressing up as Catwoman and doing this and setting up my figures and taking pictures, is all that. Like, I can't do that now. I'm just fucking exhausted all the time, and it doesn't matter how much I sleep, it doesn't matter, I don't know, I just feel like with all of this, I lost a huge part of myself, and then I get a letter that I'm not getting any income right now, so that's making me feel even more down. But I have to get this out, or I don't know. I obviously appreciate everyone being here, and I miss everybody because I feel like I lost touch with a lot of friends, Instagram and real life friends, and because I haven't been able to really do anything. And even if I wanted to, it's not safe because of COVID. So it's like, I don't know. I just needed to vent because I was feeling myself spiral. And, you know, it's not to say like I don't have a good support system and I don't have a lot of good things in my life. I definitely do, but this is just taking over currently, and it's hard for me to get on track, and count my blessings, and I don't know. I noticed for a while I would distract myself with like the Catwoman thing and like setting up the toys and taking pictures and doing all of these things was like a nice distraction for me. And then when I had the stroke and I couldn't do all of those distractions, it hit me hard. I had to come face to face with a lot of shit, and I'm still like trying to push it back in my mind. Or when I feel upset, I try to go to sleep so I don't have to deal with these thoughts, but they're there. And I have a lot I have to deal with. And I'm really looking forward to speaking to the therapist. I think it's something I've needed to do for a couple years now, and now after this traumatic event, I feel like, okay, enough is enough. Like, obviously we need to get our shit together, and I need healthier ways to cope with what I'm going through, since I can't do what I want to do. And it's easy to just go to sleeping all day or eating all day, which both options are not great for me. I'm excited to find healthier ways to cope with my anxiety and depression. And I don't know if, you know, people here have been on depression medication before, but I really was trying to wean myself off of it after the stroke happened, and because it just, I didn't feel it was really doing anything for me. But my neurologist and people at the hospital said that was a horrible idea, and which they were right, because you get these spasms, like lightning in your brain and extremities. Like when you walk, it feels like jolts. It's really intense, and it really fucking sucks. And what ended up happening is I was having, while still on the medication, I was having like intense crying spells, and it was just a lot. So my neurologist ended up upping my dosage. So now I'm on more milligrams of this depression medication I was trying to get off of in the beginning. So I don't know. Like, even if I miss a pill for one day, I get those like lightning spasm jolts. So now I'm even afraid to miss a day, because you know, it's hard for me to function through the day as is, and then going through withdrawal or whatever the fuck is happening after not taking a pill is just too much for me. They have me on 60 milligrams right now. It's like, I forget the name, but it's generic shit for Zymbalta or something. But, you know, I feel sad still. So maybe not as sad as I would be, but, you know, I don't feel calm. I don't feel chill. The only time I feel calm, obviously, is when I'm asleep and not thinking, unconscious. So I don't know. It fucking sucks. So next week I'm getting a new family doctor. I'm getting a new neurologist because mine went and retired. So we're starting fresh. Next week we're starting fresh. Hopefully they can like help me. Because I don't know, I've been feeling it's just overwhelming lately, and sleeping sucks for me. Like, as exhausted as I am, I just want to be able to sleep. But the thing is like, I had my strokes waking up from being asleep. So now when I wake up, I'm like, how do I feel? Do I feel okay? Like, what's happening? Like, so there's just a lot of anxiety, like, when I'm trying to be calm and go to sleep. So I'm hoping they can help me with that, because all I want to do is just be able to sleep through the night, but I keep waking up, and I'm like, my mind starts racing. In the minute I'm like, oh, like, am I feeling okay? Because as much as doctors say, oh, the stroke won't happen again, like, you'll be fine, like, I didn't think it would happen the first time. I have a lot of trust issues with doctors, and as much as, like, some of them have helped me, thank God for them, I'm still, like, I don't know. My anxiety is worse than ever. Especially, like, with this virus out now. Like, now my neurologist is like, well, you can practice driving, but don't go anywhere, because if you get this virus, and, you know, you're trying to recover from the strokes, and it's just like, okay. Like, how can you not? Like, how can you, like, not just me, but everyone, just not be anxious as fuck doing anything? So, I don't know. It's, like I said, I'm not trying to have a pity party or anything, or people feel bad for me. Like, I don't fucking need that. I just have to get this out, because these are thoughts that have been in my brain constantly, every day. And then this denial letter just, like, sent me over the edge. And I was like, man, like, what the fuck am I good for? Like, I can't do anything artistic anymore. I'm not getting paid. Like, I was just, I don't know. Like, my self-worth, or whatever you want to call it, has been severely affected by all of this. I'm like, having those thoughts, like, maybe I'm more of a burden to people, and, like, what do I bring to the table? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know I shouldn't think like that. Like, I know I have people that love me, and, like, I am enough, and blah, blah, blah. Or just be a stay-at-home mom for a while, and just focus on teaching my daughter, because she's not in school right now because of COVID. So I've been making sure she does stuff on the computer that's educational, like ABC Mouse or whatever the fuck. I don't know, guys. It's just been insane, and I know a lot of people's lives have been affected with COVID going on, and, you know, just this year has been, like, life-changing for people. But I'm sure some of you can feel my pain with not having income, or limited income, or just being frustrated about not having life, you know, be able to enjoy your summer and enjoy going out with friends, and just going out places without having the anxiety of, do I have my mask, or, you know, am I gonna get sick, or it's just, it's been a lot. And it definitely feels better to talk about it. Just get it out, because it's not helping me at all keeping it in my brain, that's for sure. So, I'm sorry. And try to rest and try to sleep and try to just get out of my head and give myself a break, you know, and not be so hard on myself. Like, that is something I even told my behavioral coach or whatever. I was like, I'm severely hard on myself, and I think that is going to affect my recovery, because, you know, I set goals for myself that are way too large for me to accomplish. Like, I'm setting myself up to fail, and then I get frustrated when I do fail. So I have to accept that shit has happened, and I'm still recovering, and not set myself up for failure, and have much smaller goals. So that's about it. That's about all I have to say. And I hope you're all doing well. Stay positive. I'm going to be better after next week for sure. Once I have new doctors in my life, and we're starting over, we're getting mental help. Fuck yeah. 2021. Fuck yeah. That's my year. I've been trying to, like, I have this little book that I try to read, like, when I take a bath or something. It's a book, how to be more mindful, and it's, you know, different ways to, like, meditate and just be more in the moment and not worry so much about things that are out of your fucking control, and or things in the future that you don't know, so why assume the worst? And that's what I do. And it doesn't help me at all. It just makes me stressed out, and then it ruins my day, and it's like, why do that to yourself when you don't even know? It could, and 9 times out of 10, it turns out completely fine, and I overreacted for no fucking reason. So, I'm trying to, practice that, which, you know, sometimes it helps, and sometimes I'm a little, you know, I'm a little stressed out, and I can't get out of my head or think about other things, but we're trying. That's what's important, is that we try, and we're trying to better ourselves, and, you know, mental health is so important. I can't preach harder about how, like, people that have committed suicide, don't you find yourself saying, man, they seem so happy, and I never thought they would do anything like that. Like, that's insane. They seem so this, they seem so that. Like, it's, I don't want to have to wear this mask all the time of, you know, strength, happiness, beauty, whatever, like, when I'm not feeling that way. Like, I just can't, because that's more exhausting to do that. It's, I'm learning it's so much better for me to just fucking be raw, be honest, and, you know, the people that really care about you or vibe with you will be there. And the ones that don't, you obviously don't want them in your energy bubble. You don't want them. So it's, you know, I've definitely learned a lot through this process, and I was surprised to learn that a lot of friends that I thought were going to be there for me were not. They were more upset that I couldn't come out and hang with them because I was nervous when COVID was first introduced and I just had a stroke, but I was still an asshole. So it's stuff like that where you kind of like get a clearer picture of some of the people you have in your life and you reevaluate. And you just surround yourself with things and people that are good for your mental health. And I am lucky enough to be dating somebody now that taught me a lot about communication and is just so worried always with how I'm feeling more than how I look, what I'm wearing. Superficial shit that does not matter. And I could not be more grateful for everything that I've learned this year through all the shit. So, I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry I went off for a while about God knows what. But I hope something I said may have, like, what's the word? Resonated with you, or you know, you were able to get a different perspective on something you may be going through, because that's definitely something I need, is a different perspective, because once I'm in the zone and I see things one way, that's it. I have tunnel vision and it's so unhealthy for me. So talking it out with somebody and getting feedback is always great. Everyone has their moments, and you know, we can't always be sunshine and butterflies. Like, it's just not real. So I'm definitely not trying to come off as that, as life is great, life is perfect, life is all, I don't know, it ain't real. And as like I said, as grateful as I am that I have a healthy daughter, I have a great boyfriend, I have supportive parents, like, there's so many things that are going good in my life, but you know, right now I'm focusing on the bad stuff because I'm human, and that's what you do. You need a moment, take some time, go fret about the bad stuff, and then come back down to earth and just count your blessings and relax, because things will work out. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay? So thank you guys for listening, and I will try to be back on here soon. This was very helpful for me, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!